Good morning. Should be live at this point. Let me know if you guys have my audio. It's might be a little sketchy. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. There we go. Can hear me. Thank you. Good morning, Franco. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Gerald. And yeah, you go ahead and do what you need to do, Franco. Everything is all good. So yesterday, first of all, I think I transferred everything off this laptop. So we're ready to install Linux, as Linus Torvalds would say. These are some blank keys for my CRV that I bought off Amazon. And how it works, good morning, MT. How it works is you need to get them cut to your car, and then you need to get them programmed electronically. I think I could do the programming with my boss's scanner. Not 100% sure, aftermarket stuff is a little hit or miss. But anyways, I called the locksmith. It would cost $70 Canadian for cutting both keys, and then another $65 for programming. And I was like, what? Feels like buying the keys from the dealership would be similar priced. How's it going? Did I miss? No? Yeah, Lockwatcher. Good morning, Lockwatcher. So anyways, before I mess with all that, I'm trying to find a battery. These use, so I think my regular fob uses a CR2032. This uses a CR1616. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. Lockwatcher could cut those? Yeah, come on down to Ottawa. I feel like I'm gonna have to pay you more for the travel than what it would cost. So anyways, the batteries that are in there, 1616, not available at my local dollar store, which upsets me. I'm going to check other dollar stores, but these cells that are in there, they're dead. They have a good open circuit voltage-ish, but they don't test. They are completely dead. That's positive here. Will this one even work? Look at that. 0.59 volts. So they're dead. Oh, I crushed them a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I added dents to the top. It's wet and windy, 14:04 p.m. Did I get to sleep in? I slept an hour. I woke up around 7 instead of around 6. Usually I put an alarm for 6. I like to start my day slow and steady, that kind of thing. So I got an extra hour of sleep, which right now I feel groggy as all hell. So I'm not sure if that actually worked. By the way, I'm just doing some preamble. Let me just turn it on. Watch your eyes for the flashbang. Yesterday I went to the P.O. box and I picked up, first of all, I picked up the second kitty litter box, and secondly, the LCR meter is already in. So this is what we're going to do today. Also, 7:35 instead of 5:30. Oh, that's 2 hours more for you. That's good. Also, I got some news that the fleet that we do most of our work for as a mechanic, they are completely dead. So, still at Magic Convention, many leaving early due to the impending, yes, Snowmageddon. Yeah, the U.S. is going to get hit hard. So no work to be done. So this coming week, I also don't work as a mechanic. It's very, very slow time, so we're going to be doing YouTube videos. All right. Next one. Thankfully, by the way, the kitty litter company paid me for the initial payment. So that feels really good. I'm just grabbing the result of yesterday's 3D printing. Ooh, this build plate is heavy. So here's the new joints. They've already come right off the build plate. A little bit of stringing, but they should. Oh, I don't know. They do flex, but not a lot. Oh, something failed here. Do I have failed prints? No, they just didn't print great. There are overhangs. I don't know if I was supposed to put support. Oh, these are very flexible. These not so much. Yeah, these are very flexible. Need more sponsors who tell you what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, I reached out to all those mini PC companies yesterday. No response yet, but it's the weekend in China. Okay, not super happy about how some of these came out. These are definitely more flexible. Oh, is this a layer shift? Oh no. This is part of the design. That's weird. Huh. They seem to have survived. But just these. Oh, they're literally printing in midair. Look at the design. Can you see? Yeah, there. They have a hole in there. They're like, look. See that? They literally print in midair. So I guess you do need supports for this. That's not a great design. I'm just going to cut off all this chaff and call it a day. Yeah, look. Huh. Interesting. That'll be for sometime next week. We're going to re-attempt the Dummy 13. Bring this back. Oh, I didn't check also. I need to check when the PCBWay PCBs will be arriving. Yesterday I checked and one board was completely finished and the next board was almost done. Well, it was like 50%. PCBWay.com. Sign in. Sign in. Sign in. There we go. Production status. They're both 100%. They're awaiting shipment. Excellent. So late next week, we're gonna get them. We're gonna have them for sure. Excellent. I want to show you something too. I've been working. I don't know. You probably won't be able to see the console output. I don't know if can I zoom? What's this? New terminal? No. anyways, let's just go here. Yesterday and this morning, I did a lot of work on learning to code. And so here you can check out these two things. See? Updated 15 hours ago, updated 52 minutes ago, because I did some this morning. So I've got some code. So this is just me learning how to use object-oriented programming, essentially. So this is just a simple Tamagotchi game where you make it play and eat and sleep or whatever. And then this one I'm still working on. This one is a sort of like a combat game where two objects fight each other. So I am working on it. I'm learning object-oriented. I feel like I will be able to teach basic Python soon. So that is coming. I want to get the Switch to Python series. I haven't downloaded LabVIEW yet, no. I'm like in a state of like constantly learning everything between like FreeCAD, coding, editing, all this stuff, making PCBs, everything. I feel like I'm in a constant state of like wearing out my brain. So I'm slowly working my way towards everything. Right now, the priority is to learn to code because I am hoping to score a job with that. And I know I've got a long ways to go. Like, I very much understand that it's going to take forever, but it is what it is. So Python 3 main.py. So here we go. So I've got a little combat. So the hero has 100 HP. The evil wizard has 40 HP. The hero attacks the evil wizard for 10 damage. So the hero has 100, the evil wizard has 30. The evil wizard casts fireball for 15 damage. Hero has 85, wizard has 30. So it's just, it's doing that over and over. Yeah, so it's just a little thing. I've got, I got the comments, but what I did this time, so essentially what this is a guided project. This is not me coding straight. I'm coding with guidance. So this is me asking AI to be my boot.dev because boot.dev isn't working for me. It's too much, too fast. It's too difficult too soon. And so here's what I did. In the file, there in the GitHub repo, this is my prompt. So you can actually check how much guidance I'm getting. So this is my prompt, and then the AI gives you tickets. So here's what it is. So we need the foundation for our battle simulator. Before we can have anyone fighting, we need to define what character actually is and set up our workspace so we aren't writing everything in a single script. So here's the requirements. Create a root directory for the project. Inside that, create 2 empty Python files. Then, so you actually get to see what my requirements are. And then ticket 2 for the next one, and then 3, and then 4. So if you guys want to learn, you can just literally prompt this into whatever. So you have a bug in your project Gemini can't solve yet. Have you checked Andrea Space's video? This one. Why AI agents replaced the Arduino IDE in your ESP32 projects. So this one, read this one. There is a way to use Gemini and Claude through the CLI, and it's way more powerful because it doesn't have the overhead of the chat. How's it going, JB? So yeah, that's the updates. Basically, repos on GitHub. Is there a way to see the? Yeah, look at that. Look at all these contributions. One contribution today, but it's going to keep working on it. So my GitHub is getting more and more and more. And then on boot, so boot counts profile. Boot counts my GitHub contributions as progress. So as you can see, I've been putting in the work. You are hungover. Hair of the dog then, right? So anyways, that's literally what I did all day yesterday. I did coding. I went to pick up the new tool and the other kitty litter thing. I have to start on the kitty litter video at some point. They want it published on exactly March 1st. So March 1st is when I have to have it done by. So glad you quit drinking. Yeah, me too. I've never like drank like seriously drank, but it's like definitely the hangover was never fun. How's it going, Jackie? Welcome to the stream. Seems like I have more viewers if I start later. Today might be a short stream, by the way, because I'm hungry and tired. But we're going to try to get this one done. The thing with this tool is I don't actually know what it is. I mean, I know that it's a LCR tweezer, but we're gonna have to do some research first. I don't know if this is pre-production. I don't know. They look good. They're just like I'm just like, hey, I posted your video will be posted later, but here's a link. You can take a look. They said, great video. Can we send you more tools? I'm like, yes, you can. They look good? Okay, awesome. I'll try not to watch his video on it because I don't want to be influenced. I'll watch it after. Literally yesterday, I just listened to a podcast and did coding. I'm not kidding, guys, especially with the fact that the college is gone for me. I am genuinely trying to get good at coding so I can get a job in coding. Whether that be working for myself or not, it is what it is. Well, sorta, Locke. I decline about 95% of what's offered to me because usually it's crap. And honestly, I don't want to make videos on crap. Like, unless it's so crap that the fact that it's crap makes it interesting. I just how do I make a video on a tripod, for example? It's like, okay, yeah, I would love a free tripod, but I'm not gonna make a fucking video on it on the electronics channel. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Nobody's gonna have 2 views. Already, like, my electronics videos are struggling sometimes. Really, it's hit and miss. So I told Finercy that if they want to send products, like they can pump out as many products as they want to send. I'll take a look at. If it's before spring, I will definitely make videos like ASAP. The only really hard requirement I have is that Let me check. Yeah. March, April, May 9th. May 9th I am unavailable all the way until probably for 2 weeks because I'm going to go fishing. I mean, locally, but still. Actually, I need to check the rules for the fishing seasons where I go, like my parents' cottage, where I have my boat. The rules haven't been released yet. And so that I don't know when I'm going. But I'm going to go ahead of time for sure to get everything ready. Okay. So let's see if we can find this. So this Intelligent Tweezers 2. LCR ST2. Let me grab my... There we go. There we go. All right, let's check out Finercy's site. Let's see what the propaganda says. Finercy. Oh, there they are. No. Learn more. Okay, let's check the specs. Oh, I asked for the one with the clips because hopefully they sent me the one with the clips. Okay, let's check the highlights. Okay, multi-frequency. Actually, I want to know the steps in multi-voltage. Sorry, I had to cough there. Smart sweep, parallel equivalent mode for RLC data. Dual form design. Yeah, the fact that you can do it with the clips, I think that's good. Plus minus 30 volt. Okay. Plus minus 30 volt. Testing. Okay. Measures RCL, diodes, 30 volts, 5 test frequencies, 1.47 inch display, full band sweep, intelligent sorting, dual mode, magnetic attachment, 300 milliamp hour battery. Okay, so resistance. So it's 10 milliohm to 10 megohm. And then it is 1 puff to 22 microfarad. 1 picofarad to 22 millifarads. It's millifarads. 1 microhenry to 10 henries. Inductance. And diode, let's say smaller or equal to 0.7 volts. That's interesting. Diodes up to 0.7 volts and up to 30 volts plus minus. Okay. It does DQ. Oh, Dairy Queen. Very nice. I didn't know this thing did Dairy Queen. DQZX D Q Z X. Is that theta? And ESR. Little rant because people are complaining about him calling PF puff. I got that from Dave Jones. What do I know? Okay, 100 hertz. 120. 1K. 10K. And 100K. 4 RMS levels. Here's the voltage. 0.1. 0.3. Oops. 0.6 and 1.0. Good. Displays series and parallel equivalent values to minimize parasitic interference. Full band sweep. That's pretty nice. Full band sweep is pretty nice. Type-C charging, that is awesome. So it's like 5% plus 3 counts. Then 2%. Yeah, I won't get into this. I mean, it looks good to me. Are these the tweezers? Yes, ham and cheese. What does do milk mean? Welcome to the stream, either way. Actually, I forgot to flip on the short speed. Oh well. It's like one Finercy tool you don't own? Yeah. They just sent it to me. Oh, I get it. Ham and cheese, as in like ham radio. Gotcha, gotcha. That'll get you upset. Just picked up Egg McMuffin at Mickey D's. I'm not upset, Lockwatcher. I'm just hungry. You know how long it's been since I've had McDonald's? It's been like a month and I'm shaking. Series model, parallel. I think the issue here is I don't have a lot of skill in pure electronics like this. Once booked a hotel room in central Stockholm. Didn't have a restaurant. Said you could order room service from McDonald's. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That is awesome. I honestly, I've learned to love McDonald's because I was never like well off with money. And also their coffee is ridiculously good. But now it's at the point where McDonald's is like price prohibitive. So I'm like not so much using. I mean, I love their breakfast, but it's actually not even my favorite breakfast. Oh, so here's the standard and the plus. Hopefully they sent me the plus. I don't actually know. Is there a way to tell? ST2. I don't know if this is the plus or the regular. Don't know. I have no idea. Saw the McDonald's on the drive. It was very expensive and awful. Since you got sick, tastes disgusting. I have to say, I am. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I am trash when it comes to flavor. It doesn't bother me at all. Like people say, "Oh, this fast food tastes disgusting." I'm fine with it. I'm really not that much of a picky eater. I do like, greasy food for the sake of greasiness. But I will say McDonald's not my favorite breakfast. Yeah, the burgers. Yeah, so like I eat their breakfast only at this point because I just don't go for lunch. I go home. And I will say it is not my favorite breakfast. But my favorite breakfast is at a place that has horrible coffee. And so usually I go to McDonald's for coffee, and sometimes I'll treat myself to breakfast, but it's been rare lately. Gray food in a roadside snack wagon. Okay. So when I'm at home, I don't eat breakfast either, JB. I drink coffee. But sometimes, like, I'm going on site, and it's minus 20 outside. I'm going on site, and I don't stop for lunch, so I'll have breakfast when I work as a mechanic. But I know that's a poor excuse, but that's what I do. But I'll say my favorite breakfast, and you guys can hate me, Burger King double crust sandwich. So you get the double crust sandwich with one sausage patty, so you get a nice and full meal. Don't forget, I'm a tradesperson, by the way. So use that information how you will. But you get one sausage patty, and one of the double things is bacon. So you get sausage and bacon. Their potatoes are better than McDonald's potatoes, like by a long shot. But their coffee is trashed here, and that's just unacceptable, because literally the reason for me to leave the house, like the reasoning I use to get me out of bed in the morning to go to work, is to have the McDonald's coffee. So I never go. So when we travel to Severo's family, they're very, very far away. It's a whole day's drive. There is a McDonald's on the way, and we used to stop there, but then they changed their hours, and now they open like an hour or two after we pass by, so no more. So I haven't had my favorite breakfast sandwich for like years now. That's what I get, Gerald, their McMuffin. I get the sausage and egg McMuffin with extra large, double double. Double double means 2 coffee, 2 cream in Canadian, and 2 hash browns. So very weird about Canada. Double double is 2 cream, 2 sugar. Triple triple is 3 cream, 3 sugar, not three ingredients 3 times. But yeah, double double is, you'll hear that everywhere. I think it's a Tim Hortons term, but I know most Canadians I know have abandoned Tim Hortons because it sucks. However bad you think the food at McDonald's is, you can essentially double that for how bad the food is at Tim Hortons. It is bad. That's what you'd get, but just 2 milk for the coffee. Yeah. Breakfast burrito with both bacon and sausage from Wendy's. Yeah, see, same thing for me, but Burger King. But again, I like it. I like it disgusting. What can I say? I need those calories to get me through the day. But yeah, I haven't been there for a long time, and now it's like, it's so cold. Timmy's used to do 99 and 99 as well. Is that a thing? I have no idea what a 99 is. Blonde and sweet in America. Interesting. Oh, you know, we were just talking about Pizza B-Way. I just got a notification that they shipped the boards. So if they shipped it today, we're probably getting it by Monday. 9 cream, 9 sugar. I mean, maybe. That sounds like a tradesperson thing. I worked with a guy who literally, like, I would grab coffee for everyone, and I'd get pissed off and walk out of the shop. And there was a guy, which I was so embarrassed, because when he wanted a coffee, it was like 4 cream, 7 sugars or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Gretzky's no longer Canadian. We're not talking about Gretzky in this chat. He's defected. Even if he didn't defect, he's not. We don't claim him anymore. Hard pass on Gretzky. What was I doing? Oh yes. So just if you're curious, today, right now, right outside my door, it feels like, with the wind chill, minus 34 degrees Celsius. Minus 34 degrees Celsius. It is cold. You like what you like. You're no judgment when it comes to food. Someone eats gluten-free. That doesn't bother me either. Doesn't bother me either. But I do know some people are sensitive, so it is what it is. The other thing I will tell you, before you judge too harshly someone's tastes, fast food restaurants have different recipes and standards and sizes and all this stuff depending on the jurisdiction. In some cases, the difference is so crazy that it's a completely different chain. Case in point, A&W in Canada is actually a reasonably high quality burger place. In the States, it is trashed here. It is not the same restaurant. In fact, A&W Canada is not even owned by the same people as A&W US. So there. Also, at our McDonald's here in Canada, you can get poutine instead of fries, or you can poutinize your fries. However, I would strongly recommend against it. It's not great. Minus 16 feels like minus 22 there, balmy compared to you. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, you live in the south of where most people actually no, you are where most people live, but you're south compared to me, that's for sure. So I will tell you before we start, before we get the unboxing here, one of my favorite fast food crimes, okay, like people would disagree that this is good, I don't care. You go to KFC, you get the spicy big crunch combo, and then you get the poutine instead of fries, so you poutinize your fries, it's like $2 more. For some reason, the KFC gravy lends itself so well to poutine, and nobody orders the poutine at KFC, so you usually get a shit ton of cheese in it, which is awesome because they don't want it to go bad. And then you get a side order, because most of our KFC here in Canada are combined with Taco Bells. You get a side order of 2 beef tacos. That is my fast food crime meal. I love it. It's awesome. I can eat that and then sit back in a nice coma of salt and fat, where my body tells me I have won the evolutionary game, because when our ancestors were starving and eating berries, anything that was salty or fatty was like a win. So that is my story. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. We went through this song last time. So doing the mics, I know that Franco is here in spirit, telling us to mic up. -3 there. You're in a Nordic country, and it is warm. Canada used to have a hockey team called the Nordiques. It was Quebecer, so that's Nordiques, not Nordic, or it was Nordic, not Nordic. All right, here we go. Finercy has sent me the version 2 of their intelligent LCR tweezers to take a look at. And take a look at I shall. They asked me if they can send me these. I said, yes, please send me the ones with the clips. These are available like in tweezer only form and tweezer form with some clips. And I asked for the clip one, and I'm not sure which one they sent because most of the text is in Chinese, but we will see. Nice little semi-rigid bag. Let's open this up. Oh, yes, they did send me the one with the clips. So I would say, if you are ordering this, spend the extra $5 or $10 or whatever it is, and get the version with the clips, because you can do everything the tweezer version can, but plus you've got the clips. So stuff that the leads are too far apart for the tweezer version, you can plug this in. And it looks like the connection is just a standard USB connection. So it looks like you can make some custom leads. Probably not a good idea to plug this into the USB connection of your computer. Comes with a USB-C cable, very standard, A to C. Comes with, some accessories. Oh, this is like a testing standard or something. So we've got a bunch of resistors on this side. Yeah, resistor reference board. Okay, do we get a capacitance reference board? I'm not sure. We get some curved teeth. Looks like a piece of metal. I know this is magnetic, so maybe this is to stick somewhere so you can sort of put it away somewhere. So we've got the curved tweezer things. We've got manuals. And here it is. It looks reasonably well protected. Look at that. Look how deep the weld is for that. And let's open these up. This is some stretchy plastic. There we go. Looks like there's a little magnet symbol here, so definitely this is probably somewhere to, yeah, so stick that to. Oh, it's quite sticky. So here's the unit. It looks a lot like a charger brick, to be honest, especially with the USB-C connection at the end there. Has some decent springiness. Oh, I don't know if you can see that quite well, but the tips don't quite align. It's not very rigid. There's like a textured grip here for your fingies. That's good. And if I pull this out, yeah, there's the USB connection. So let's see if it powers up. I have not charged this. Oh, Finercy, there we go. Oh, I had it upside down apparently. English, please. English. Oh, there we go. English has a beep as we select. Push down. LCR, scan, sort, voltage, setting. First things we're going to do is we're going to switch the backlight to be as bright as possible because I am under some good lights here. Orientation, brightness. Already max brightness. Okay. So I can see it. The camera might have a little bit of trouble though. How do I get out of this? No. Press and hold. Don't know what the back is. Okay, there's the back. Volume. We're going to get rid of that right away. Like so. I don't like beeps on mine. Auto power off. Yeah, we'll power it off ourselves. Calibration. Oh, maybe we'll not do that until we read the manual to know what we're supposed to calibrate. Here's the about and the factory settings. And then back. Back. Nice. So immediately I'll say the UI is good because as you can see, manual's over here. I haven't even cracked it yet and it looks like I can do stuff with it. So let's go scan. And let's see what it does here. I'm going to put this in the 10K hole. Okay, so it is measuring. Oh, that's cool. It's sweeping through all the frequencies. So that is one thing I saw is that you can use this LCR to test at 100K, 120K, 1K, 10K, and 100K frequency, hertz. However, there's also a sweep function where it goes through all of them. So if you don't know what frequency your project is going to be in, you can actually just go through all of them. And here you see the results. Pretty neat, very close. Frequency does make a difference to some things, like capacitors will have different capacitance at different frequencies, inductors will have different inductance. And that's really the point of this LCR meter, is to be able to test things at not only different voltages, but different frequencies. That's pretty cool. So right out of the box, it is ready to run, which I love. Let's see if we short out the leads, what happens. 0 ohms, 0 ohms, 0 ohms. We're all going zeros. Oh, 1.8 milliohms. That's a tiny little amount. Cool. So I guess we should put this thing through its paces, should we? There we go. Okay. So here it is for you guys to see. Oh, there we go. So let's check the resistance of my fingies. Look at that. It changes depending on the frequency. That's really cool that it scans like that. How do I go back now? Oh, I can change the voltage here. And change, oh, L is inductance. C is capacitance. Wow, that's fast. Yeah, auto, yeah. Yeah, all these clip meters do that, rotate the display. So LCR, and then here's the voltage up to 1 volt. That's back and forth on that. Okay, press and hold menu, LCR, setting, voltage, sort. What's sort mean? capacitance, LCR, frequency, voltage. Okay, not sure what that does. You have the option to lock it too. Yeah, I saw that in the menu, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's a neat little device. If you need an LCR meter, right? You go back. It's very intuitive right off the bat. Am I still recording? No. Good. So let's check what these features do. Oh, it's all in Chinese. Oh, that's not useful. Oh, this is English. Da 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 da. Okay, so let's see. Not a very easy manual to thumb through. Product introduction. Okay, don't really care. Here's all the stats. Quick start. Test probe installation. They've got plastic sleeves. Yep. Kelvin clip, just remove. Operation. Power on off. Main interface. Long press M to return. Yep, that's good. LCR measurement. Here we go. Toggle the rotary knob left or right to switch between auto and RCI and diode. Was there a diode? L, D. Oh, there is a diode mode. Okay. Test frequency, then toggle the knob left and right. Test voltage. Battery indicator. Yep. Mode icon, number 5. Yep. Little drawing there. Primary measurement display. Short press the power button to hold. Okay, that's good. So hold is a little H. Secondary, toggle the rotary knob left and hold for 1 second to switch to, okay, sorry, left, this way. Oh, I see. L, Z, X, R, okay. Interesting. Switch to R, resistance, C, capacitance, L, inductance, Z, impedance, and then right and hold to switch to reactance, dissipation factor, quality factor, and phase angle. Dual equivalent mode. Press the M to enter dual equivalent mode. Might have to not be in. There's the dual equivalent mode. This mode instrument displays both series and parallel equivalent parameters. Plus indicates the series equivalent while the bars are the parallel equivalent. That's really cool. You knew YouTube would show you where your people are if you watch enough videos about shift registers and soldering techniques. Yes, hello. Hello, Rufus the Red. This is pretty freaking cool. Very cool. I like it. Also, this is not my main channel, Rufus. This is just the channel that we all come to hang out while I make videos for the main channel. Thank you for reading Register Proper. Even though I typed it with your morning brain. Oh, I have dyslexia, so my brain fills in the gaps sometimes. It is morning brain for me too. Ugh, okay. Let's go back here. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna do a little bit more of this. Just thumbing through the manual for the first time. It's actually a really nice UI on here. So if you go into LCR, actually this is how it defaults, like this. So you can switch between diode, automatic mode, resistance, capacitance, and inductance mode. But you can also hit the menu button, and that gives you the dual equivalence. So you actually get the series, which is that little plus sign, and the parallel equivalent values of the measurements, which is pretty cool. But another thing that's cool is if you just press and hold to the left, you can change here your equivalent capacitance. Oops. Press and hold. Inductance, press and hold. Z is reactance, and then back to resistance. And then you press and hold to the right. Then you've got your phase angle. Then you got your what is X again? You got your I'm brain farting on what the X means, and then press and hold, and you've got your diode equivalent, and then your Q factor. So your secondary measurements are toggled by pressing and holding to the right or pressing and holding to the left. Pretty awesome. I only have one thing I can pit this against, but it wouldn't be a fair comparison. I always forget what my, I think I might redo that. I'm gonna write down what the things mean. I'll be really honest, I don't use LCR meters very often. But yes, I have this guy, the UT622. So, don't think it's a very fair fight, because the UI of this is like, it's a completely different monster. And this comes with calibration sheets and everything. But yeah, I mean, Finersi used to be some pretty low spec stuff. I think I have a video coming up soon about their IPS 3608 or 3806, 3608, their power supply, and it is very impressive. Like very, very impressive. Like to the point where I wouldn't feel bad recommending it for someone's only power supply. Does the mod have a link for the main channel? Yeah, here. It's in the description, but tube.com/simple electronics. That should be good. Thank you, Johnny. Hopefully my link worked, because that would be embarrassing. Yeah, good. Good. So yeah, here you get no fakery. You get all behind the scenes. And some people like it because you get to see how much work goes into making videos. Mode icon 9. So let's see. Okay, right. So right gives you X reactance, D dissipation, Q quality factor, and theta. I think that's theta. Phase angle. I'm going to double check because I don't like when people give misinformation, so I shouldn't either. What is the symbol for phase angle called? Phi or theta? Theta. Yeah, it's theta. I was pretty sure, but not super convinced. Okay, and then we've got the R is resistance. Nailed that one. C is capacitance. And L is inductance. I always confuse inductance and reactance. Inductance. And Z. No, sorry, impedance and reactance. Impedance. Okay. So here we go. Let's refilm that section. All right, head back up. Let's get the zoom in correctly here. Just reading through the manual here for the first time, and actually there's a couple cool things I want to show you. If we go into the LCR meter here, you can use the jog wheel here. If you click it, you can change your frequency, you can change your voltage, and you just scroll left and right. This is really good UI. And here is your frequency. But when you're in the mode to check either L, C, R, auto, or diode, you can actually switch your secondary measurements down here. So if you press and hold, or sorry, toggle and hold to the left, you can switch between Z, which is your impedance, R, which is your equivalent resistance, C, which is your equivalent capacitance, L, which is your inductance, and then if you press and hold or toggle and hold to the right, then you get theta, which is your phase angle, X, which is your reactance, D, which is your dissipation factor, Q, which is your quality. Oh, no quality on the, oops. Seems like there's no quality factor on inductance. Oh yeah, there it is, quality factor. And then should be back to phase angle. So you just need to press and hold, and then you get to change your secondary measurements. Really cool. I like that. And then to when you click on menu, you get your equivalent series and parallel. You get your series and parallel equivalence. You get your series and parallel equivalence display. So the plus is the series, and the two vertical bars is the parallel. And when you measure something, it'll give you both at the same time. Really cool feature of this little device. That was a bit of a mess, but I'll fix it in post. Here's hoping. These things are actually quite impressive. I like it. So now, oh yeah, I wanted to see what the sort function is for. I think it's so you can sort your components. So I think it's just a quick measurement. Sweep. Sorting measurement. Don't know what that means. Oh, it's literally to sort your components. To switch measurement parameters such as nominal value and tolerance, then press the rotary button to adjust the selected parameter. On. Sort. Okay, so let's say we're sorting capacitors, right? So go down to switch our tolerance. No. Okay, so our nominal and our tolerance. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to resistance. Okay, and here we have our resistors. So we'll go 1K. Click it. Okay, 1K. Exit. Go to the tolerance. Oops. Click it. Press and hold. Okay, click. That's what it is. And go 1%. Okay, so if I go to the 1K, I don't know if you'll see this. Okay, so that passes. Let's go 100 ohms. So what would make me I'm confused. I can see the 1K is like dead on the money, so maybe that's a bad one. Bench base is at a premium. Bulky meter, yeah. Okay, let's try the 10K, because that one's a little bit off. That's good. Back. Okay, so that's 10. I'm telling it 10K, and actually I'll put even tighter. I'll put even tighter tolerance. Okay, back. Oh, it says count 1, no good. Okay. So go 10K, no good. No good. Oh my God, this is so cool. So you can actually measure if it's good or no good. Can you reset? How do you reset it? That is so cool. The count is increasing for the no good ones. It's at, there we go. It's at this point in the video where really I would grab a whole bunch of components and we would test this thing out. But I do have to show you something. This sort feature is extremely cool. Watch this. I'm going to select it. And now down here, I've got this set to 10K nominal resistance. So R resistance, 10K nominal. And I'll actually press and hold. And there is where I can adjust the 10K. Okay, that's good. I'll exit that. And here I can set a tolerance. I set a ridiculously high tolerance, okay? 0.01%, so 0.1%. And then look here, it says count 5, 0. The 5 is red. And then the NG here says in red. Watch what happens here. I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see it while staying in focus. So I'll use the 10K resistor that they provided. Okay. Here it goes. Oh, that's 100 ohms. Whoops. Have the board on backwards here. 10K, the one they provided. Okay, and here's the result. Okay, 9.849. And it says no good, and it increments the no good value. So that one was no good. Let's check it again. If I go back out like that. So it tells you the percent. There you go, 1.75% of the tolerance, and increments the no good. So it actually helps you sort your components between the ones that pass the spec and the ones that don't pass the spec. This thing is so cool. I could spend a whole afternoon of seeing if my, let's say, 1% resistors pass the spec or not. That's awesome. I just don't know how to reset it. So I actually have, whoops, well that almost dropped into the coffee. I actually have resistances I can check here. So let's shut this off. Let's plug this in because it's starting to get low on charge. I haven't charged it yet. It is a neat little meter. I don't have a plug set up, so forgive me for doing this, but I'll just use a battery pack. There we go, charging this up. Good. So here I have my tester, and now I can actually use this LCR to check my spec. Are you done doing what you need to do, Franco? Napco, as I should call you. So resistance, nope. That's not what I wanted. LCR sort. Okay, so that's 10 kilo. To drop that. So nominal will be 10 ohms. And tolerance will be 0.1. Just out of curiosity, I have broken out the multimeter tester, and I actually just want to see if these resistors live up to the hype. So this is a 10 ohm, 0.1%, and I'm just going to connect the leads onto here. I put the clamps on for this. And what do we get? We are getting in the milliohms. Oops, not capacitance. It seems to not be registering this very well. Let's try to set this up for the 100 ohms. This is weird. Homebrew. This is Homebrew. I have a video on this on the channel already. A company called Kaiweets wanted me to check out their multimeter, but I was sick of getting like offers to check multimeters, and they were all kind of shit. So I said, prove that your multimeter is good. I said, this is what it would cost to build a multimeter tester. If you're confident that your multimeter is good, then here, send me this amount of money and your multimeter. I will build the tester, and I will test every multimeter I get against this tester from now on. And I'll even call it the Kaiweets multimeter gauntlet. So there's the Kaiweets multimeter gauntlet. And their multimeter, which was this one. No, it was the D, I think. But the other Kaiweets multimeter was so precise. It was incredible. It like bang on everything. Okay, so let's change this. So I don't know how come this didn't work. Maybe 10 ohms is too low. Oh, and now I need to change this, the tolerance. So 0.1%. It's reading OL. Why would it be reading OL? Did my multimeter tester bite the bullet? Resistance. No, 100 ohms. 10 ohms. 1K. 10K. 100K. LCR. So here's the R for the LCR. Should read something. Oh, you know what it is? These leads are independent. They need to both be on the device. That's what happened. The leads are independent. So that's what happened. Because it makes sense. Look. One wire, one wire, one wire, one wire. And so this was, one was on the plastic, one was on the metal. That is confusing. So that makes sense. That makes a whole hecking lot of sense. We need to let this charge a little bit though, if I'm going to be doing a long segment. So there. Give it some time to charge. Kelvin clips or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Kelvin clips. Also, I don't know what this is. What's the difference between a multimeter and LCR meter? Multimeter for simple measurements under low frequency or DC conditions. Quickly checks power, voltage, resistance, ideal for basic diagnostics. LCR meter is for precise measurements, reveals real component behavior. Yeah. That is super cool. Awesome. I gotta let my mics charge too. Franco, already done. Yeah, thank you, Franco, being the cheerleader. So we'll let this charge a little bit because it is on its last battery thing. But that is cool that you can actually set this up to properly test, and the results are actually quite impressive. Actually, can you use it while it's plugged in? That's another good question. So for NERC, LCR, you can, oh, and it's charging. Oh, well, that's cool. So let's see anyways. Let's check. Let's change 1 volt. 10, oh, you guys can't see, 10.0403 ohms. This one is 100 ohms, 100.0. This one is 1K, 1.000K, 10K, 10K. Look at that. See you, Adam. Thanks for stopping by. 100K, 100.0. That is pretty nice. Let's check the capacitance check. Diode capacitance. This is 82 nano, 1% though. Don't know if that passes the 1%. Yeah, we're all trapped in the learning moment, that's true. 100 nano, 1%. It's also good. It is very fast at checking capacitance. This is a very impressive piece of gear because, like, so I'm holding it, right? But really, the business end is this. That is it. Let's check the stray capacitance. Actually, it is checking the stray capacitance already. That's freaking awesome. This is doesn't look easy to get into because I think I would really like to see what's going on behind the scenes. What does the unit cost? I can tell you in Kazakhstan kopecks, it is, so for the version with the test leads, it is 69, nice, Canadian. And for the version, oh, plus another 10% off. For the version with the just the tweezers, it is 57 Canadian. So essentially very cheap. Like very, very cheap. Yeah, it is. It's actually like really impressive. Finersi has just decided that they're going to start dominating the market. I feel like that's their jam. I'd recommend the Plus though, definitely, with the leads. I don't know how much the battery is at. Wow. It says full battery. So it's charged at least a third of the battery in that time. $48 USD. Yeah, that is cheap because you compare that to like a Unity unit. Let's see. LCR. So the cheapest one is 260. Which one do I have? I have the 622, but which one? 622A, so I have the cheap one. So if they have similar results, that's a pretty big saving. That is pretty big saving. Let's see what's a reasonable price for LCR meter. Go away. Okay, there's Finersi. That's not an LCR meter. Here's one from a brand nobody knows. So SZBJ BM 4070 common. You get it for 36 bucks. Add good pen. Get it for an extra 8 bucks. Add super tips. Add good pen in box. Looks like a Fluke knockoff. Almost. Zoe. Zoe doesn't OEM their own stuff. So this is probably, I would say this is probably okay. So anywhere between 110 and 130. That Finersi is looking mighty fine. In fact, this Finersi is looking fine too. It also has the sort mode. Very interesting. I'll ask them if they want to send this after. Don't get me wrong, there is a big difference though. I have to say, like first and foremost, for hobbyist use, the Finersi is perfectly fine. Like it seems great. However, I would not send this with a field technician. I would send this. The difference is this, I feel like if one of my technicians was in the field and someone wanted to rob them, they could use this to club the robber over the head and get away scot-free, and this would still function. There's a difference. Like this one, I would lend to someone who, like a coworker. This one I would not. This seems very frail. This one is the old man who's worked at the company for 100 years and does a really good job, but don't sneeze on him because he's going to die. This one here, this is the guy who bodybuilds on his days off. So he's just as capable as this guy. He doesn't have as many tricks as this guy, but this guy will beat the snot out of a weary customer. How about that? I think that's the huge difference here. This Unity branded? No. If you buy something from Finersi, could you please use a link Finersi has provided me? Por favor. I do want Finersi to care that I've taken a look at their stuff. Okay, let's do this. Put on the little dead cat. And there we go. Really curious about the accuracy of this device. I took out my Kaiweets multimeter gauntlet, and let's check the resistance here. So I've got 10 ohms, 0.1 R. Now I'm going to stuff the clamps inside the bananas instead of clamping on the outside, because as you can see, there's 2 different wires per clamp. So that means that if you clamp the plastic, you're not going to get a good result. So here we go. I'm just going to hold these in nice and tight. And we've got 10.06 ohms. This one is 100 ohms at 0.01. Look at that, 100.0. This is 1K at 0.01%. 1K, right on the money. Here's 10K at 0.01%. 10K, right on the money. 100K at 0.01%. And 100K, right on the money. Let's check the capacitance. Now to switch to capacitance, pretty easy. You just select it up here and then you go capacitance. You could go the auto mode as well. I'm not a fan of auto anything, so I like to do it myself. This is 82 nanofarads. 1%. And there's 81.37. I think this one always does measure low. And then 100 nanofarad, 1%. 100.32 nanofarads. I also need to set this up for checking voltage. So I need to use some croc clips, alligator clips. Oh, I don't have my power supply running. Well, I guess I'll have to rectify that. Ooh, that was a big spark. So which one do you use? 12 volts, this one. And this is the positive, and this is the negative. Now, ideally, you would let this warm up, but I bet you if we test this right off the bat, it's going to be, it's going to pass. Can I fit that in there? I can fit that in there. So this should be, there should be 10 volts. This is giving me 3.3. That's not correct. That's not correct at all. Has my precision voltage source kicked the bucket? On. Oh, there we go. 10 volts. 10.00. Okay, I'm going to swap. Hate how crappy this is to do. 7.5. 7.50. Check it with another meter. Yeah, I don't know if it started with the load on it, so it had issues. Okay, this should be 5 volts. 5 on the dot. .5 on the dot. I'm going to set this up so that I don't have to adjust the focus all the time, though. So I will put this here. I do wish that these leads were a little bit more flexible. They're not particularly flexible. I'll put it this way. Oh, my vise is too small. I'll clamp it in this way. Oops. I've now got this set up to show the voltage. I think my biggest complaint, and I think my only complaint about this so far, is that these leads are not very flexible. So keep that in mind if you're buying this for yourself. So I've got my precision voltage tester set up, and it's on 2.5 volts, and look at that, 2.500. And I'm going to swap the jumpers. And there you have it, 5.00 on the 5 volt setting. .50 on the 7.5 volt setting. And 10.00 volts on the 10 volt setting. So either these two things were calibrated with each other, or more likely, this is accurate and so is this. So that wasn't too bad. Checking capacitance now. Again, the very stiff leads, but I will shove them right into these bananas. That gives us... Oh, wait. We already tested this. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? So that's all good and well. Let's switch out the leads. Get out of live view. So number 1 Phillips. There's 1 lead. There's another lead, and we will put on these curved for our pleasure leads. It says right and left, but which one is right, which one is left? Oh, I guess it only fits one way. Okay, so right is this side, so that's left. Utility wall painted. Nice. Did you ever figure out what was the cause of your moisture? Painted with kills. Need to take care of the maybe water damage in the ceiling first. There we go. All set up. Very nice. Oh yeah, what does the calibrate thing do? Friend is coming over tomorrow with a professional moisture meter. Gotcha. Do you have a wife or a partner or something, JB? I don't think you've ever mentioned. Single and ready to mingle or what? Lol. Just a lol. That's funny. Dog or cat? I would guess that JB is more of a cat person. Just my assumption. I don't think he has either, but I think he's a cat person. Let's check out the see the calibrate language, factory settings, calibration. Short circuit. Dog person. Cats, you would say you're 100% wrong. Dogs, on the other hand. Okay, I didn't know you hated cats. You just have the behavior of a cat person. Bunnies and doves. That's funny. I'm a dog person. If we get the house cleaned up, success. If I can get the house cleaned up, oh, this is to calibrate. One ohm. If we get the house cleaned up this year, we'll probably end up getting a dog this year. Don't look at the firmware update. So that's pretty cool. You run through the calibration steps. You love cats and women, you have neither. I mean, if you're willing to spend like, first of all, cats are like outside everywhere. You can just find them there. And then there's an open circuit. And I don't know, you could probably find someone in your neighborhood for like 10 pounds or something for the night. You just can't be picky. You have to have low standards. You have to have the standard of, I will take whatever shows up. Maybe 20 pounds? It's still going. Yeah, you're too ill. So that means you can rap really well because your flows are so ill. Success. Ta-da. Oh my God, I am more tired today than usual for whatever reason. And it's 11. You know, as much as I would love to keep going, I think I'm too tired. I think we're going to end the stream here. I'll be back tomorrow, and in fact, you guys will not be able to get rid of me because I've got no work this week. Maybe you're more tired than usual because you need to take time off more often. I don't know who that person is, but ban them. Kidding, obviously. No, I think it's I need to eat. I think that's the problem. I'm not eating enough. We had so much talk about breakfast sandwiches and stuff, and then I don't have any. So I think it's taco time for me. Don't know if it's taco time for you. But anyways, have a good day, guys. I'll catch you definitely tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to finish this video. Hopefully today I'm going to edit some videos. We'll see how I feel because I have been coding like a mad person. So maybe we shall go and do some coding. Who knows? Anyways, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.